Let us make for the palace, that she might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you to the castle entrance. Over here, if you please.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, where it's possible.
Follow me, if you would. We have reached our destination.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
I really would have been better off a baker.
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, right?
Hail, friend! You've come at a good time. I was just hoping to speak with you. Have you heard aught of the masquerades being held in the palace of late? 'Tis said they are in celebration of the sovereign's valorous deeds. However, in truth, my mother is merely holding them to strengthen her ties with her closest retainers. But therein lies our chance, for I suspect one among them might prove an ally to our cause, a man by the name of Patrick. Might I ask you to infiltrate one of these masquerades and give him this letter? I imagine that's the most prudent way to go about this. You have my thanks. I would handle this matter myself, but I am afraid I cannot attend the masquerades. Mother refuses to allow it. I will speak with a sentinel I trust and bid that he ease his patrol on the evening in question. Pray, make use of this opportunity to slip into the venue. Patrick will be wearing a mask without a mane, and a blue cape, I believe. Hopefully this information will be enough for you to seek him out. Come to think of it, there has been tell of some important figure from a neighboring country being invited as well. I've not been told much, but Any guest of my mother's is bound to be the mark of much attention. Mayhap 'twould be best to stay away from this figure, lest you attract unwanted notice. You should be going now, friend. You're not meant to be here in the first place.
This place is awful dull.
What to do about combat training?
Not within whatever happens here, anyhow.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle. Not for it, but to cut my teeth in a real battle.
Not sure why I control it, if I'm honest.
It is a thankless job, this. Mayhap I really would have been better off
What
Vecchia.
to do about combat training? Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. Still waiting on that report.
smells eerie with no one about.
Goods to train. Arms
Do you recall that package from Betrayal delivered to Minister's chambers last week? Well, just between you and me, I blundered and nearly tipped the contents out.
You looking for a fight?
Hours later.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently. What are you doing in here? I don't recognize you. Guards, seize the intruder.
I refuse... thankless job, this. Beg pardon, sir, but I'm on duty at present.
Pray, leave me be, sir.
The best quality is
There's
sold
no
to ground.
easy thing making a living as a soldier.
My knees have been acting up of late.
First, assess the field. Then...
Like it or not, I must go where duty holds me.
Can't expect to fare so well every day.
So tight. I can hit just about anywhere.
My shift's done. I'm off to the tavern.
Business have you here?
So alert all day long.
to be had.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
It would seem we even need to visit the palace. Let us make for the palace, that she might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Pawns aren't permitted entry to the palace, but I would see you
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
On all sides.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, my lady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Ah, understood, my lady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it.
What must needs be done? I'd sooner stay out of battle where it falls.
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
Always a fresh breeze blowing round here. I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Sure how much longer I can hold out.
I'm near enough of this choice.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. No harm in picking a few.
Beg pardon, sir, but might I have a moment of your time? I've a proposal to make, and methinks you'll want to hear it. See, a friend of mine has an empty house, but no use for it. And I see you round the inn rather often. Understand me? 'Twouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. What say you? Well, you needn't decide this very moment. Come speak with me again once your mind's set.
Oh, someone talked about this. What the hell? Hello. I get an earful.
This might contain useful information.
Shall we take a closer?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Betrayal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Betrayal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilt between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this phase's fellow. But what precisely is their aim? Delivering Regent King Sven's letter will necessitate attending one of the palace masquerades. 'Twould seem we even need to visit the palace. Pawns aren't permitted entry to the palace, but I would see you to the entrance if I may. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. A crime committed here will see one confined to jail. I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
We shall await you here, Master.
Back's acting up today.
Few of my fellows act as befits their station. Sometimes I wonder about myself.
I regret to inform you that there is no masquerade scheduled for today.
All my peers seem so much more painful. Could you forget the excitement in my life?
Breadth of knowledge is no less important than depth.
Wonder if anyone would notice if I'm mistraining.
It's not good for all my days. And I'll be done for the day. Pray, give me no more grief.
Everyone in there will roll.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs. This make me glad to be alive. Nodded off for a moment there. At least my back's not acting up today.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet up a moment.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Seems today
Sometimes this is the only place I can find. Mayhap I'll go on an adventure of my own.
Well met, sir. You seem a kindly sort.
I ought to find someone to buy me a drink. Wonder how everyone else feels. I ought to find someone to buy me a drink.
Mayhap I'll go on an adventure of my own.
Nice place to sit. Watch the Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
To each their own. The world's better.
What delightful breeze. What is it?
Life without a little spice.
Feels eerie with no.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Quiet places call to mind things I'd soon
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
Not much going on.
A fine place to collect my thoughts.
It seems I've collected a few too many things. Perhaps I ought to be more selective in future.
Anything's better than this. Even the grave. Those new recruits could barely lift this.
We shall remain here.
Even the best of us has its limits.
I've clean forgotten.
Not sure why I control
Naught
it.
compares to real Val.
A welcome reprieve from the dazing silk.
Saying I sleep with my work when they have to go.
Fine, predicament.
Tis our duty to see this peace.
Stomach's growling. Time. I've more time than I know how to spend.
Thankless job, this.
When does my long day of work? I've clean forgotten.
You can't just wander in here.
I do not believe you have a right to be here, sir.
I've a niggling feeling I've forgotten something. A breath of fresh air is just what I need.
Wonder if anyone would notice if I'm mistraining.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs. You can't just wander in here.
Mindless labor is for mindless men.
Such quietude. Dull days for us.
Perhaps I'd best attend to my duties. What reason have you to be here?
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this work. What is it? I'm rather busy if you can't tell.
Such quietude.
I've no time to waste on the likes of you.
Would that I could attend these occasions every eve.
My sword arm.
A welcome respite from all those horrid ruffians.
What reason have you to be here?
Oh, horse goes awry.
I do not believe you have a right to be.
You can't just wander in.
I've little enough gold to spend as 'tis.
Such quietude.
What, pray tell, are you...
Dream of adventure and dalliances with bandits.
What, pray tell?
Make yourself scarce now. I've quite a temper.
Do forgive me, but who are you?
I've no time for pointless chatter.
What, pray tell, are you doing here?
Would that all my days, my watch finishes without incident. Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
A place to soothe the spirit.
My list of duties grows ere long.
One Come dance.
A lonely place. Not without its charms.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
Come now, loosen those purse strings.
Perhaps you would indulge me in conversation?
And what do you want?
Perhaps you would indulge me in conversation?
Do forgive me, but who are you?
What brings you here?
Dull days for us are assigned.
What reason have you to...
Business to attend to.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle, were it possible.
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
Such cheap drink. It is not at all to my taste.
That is quite the quandary.
Did we have business? Apologies, but I've no idea what this is about.
Well met. Is there aught I can do for you? Good to see you.
What is it? Is there aught you need? Ah, I see. Thank you for giving this to me. I shall pen my answer anon, behind closed doors, naturally.
But not at the expense of my duty.
All seems well here. We can ne'er be sure.
Could have sworn I ought to attend to.
Mayhap will come here.
Are the new recruits battle ready yet?
All my peers seem so much more capable.
Sometimes I wonder what must needs be this way.
Days like this make me glad to be alive.
Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mate.
Many thanks. Patrick has already sent his reply. 'Twould seem my mother's tyranny has been weighing heavily on his heart. He has pledged to continue our correspondence and aid me in putting an end to my mother's injustices. This would not have been possible without your assistance. I am afraid I cannot offer much in the way of recompense, but pray, take this.
This is quite a quandary.
Not of import ever happens here, anyhow. If I see that rat again, I'll gut it.
Tis a fact that
job, this. This place is awful dull. Can't complain.
But not.
I dare say I could forget all my troubles here. I dare say I could forget all my
Meager
troubles.
wages like these. My feet always lead me here.
Nary a dental scratch on my arms. And
Then I shall remain by your side.
Only person I believe in is myself.
Quite the predicament.
What shall I do today?
Well met, son. How am I to be
Look as long as you please.
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of respite for the weary traveller. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. In another world, a bold and mighty warrior was the pillar of our party. I'd gladly assume the same role myself.
The sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over.
Shall we check our path? And be off. Feeling rested, I trust?
Always another errand to see to. Suppose I could visit some. Only schools and so many happy voices carried on the wind.
Look as long as you please.
The sky always puts me in a contact. There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
lonely life at times.
May the heavens shield us down.
What shall I do today? If I dream of summer,
Seems my feet always lead me.
'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty return once you've procured such attire. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your Majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power as arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your Majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brandt's investigation. I quite agree. Shall we get some rest then?
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
That we still have no inkling of the false sovereign's origins is most vexing.
Long time no see, cuz.
I fear I've not useful to share.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Now to report to Captain Brandt.
This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. I would be glad to demonstrate the efficacy of my mage skills, should you desire magical assistance. Might I be of assistance? Allow me to check whether there's aught nearby. Keep your ears pricked all the same. Our foes might well use this chance to sneak up on us.
Don't think you're safe just because you're in the city. Monsters have gotten bolder of late, and more ferocious. One found its way inside the common quarter just the other night. Much blood was spilled afore the thing was cold. You could say 'twas an ill twist of fortune. But mayhap we ought to be better prepared for such incidents. I wonder if building a nice, high wall is out of the question.
Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
In every age, when the Arisen fells the dragon and saves the land, they ascend to the throne as sovereign. Hence, pawns are treated with respect, as a matter of course here in Vermont. For not to mention, they are skilled combatants, willing to brave any foe or peril upon command. 'Tis clear their concept of life and death differs crucially from our own. No morsel can match their dedication.
I fear I've not useful to share.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Fewer monsters are to be...
This ox cart's bound for...
I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
You're the Arisen, aye? There's aught I'd ask of you. A personage of great esteem is to return from Betrayal to Vermont. I speak of Sir Augustin. He is a noble and the leading voice of opposition against the Queen Regent. Your aid is requested in guarding his ox cart as it travels the high road. As a potential ally to your cause, 'twould do you no favors if he were to come to harm. I trust he will cooperate. And bear in mind that this is a matter of the utmost secrecy. Not even the captain of the guard has been informed of it. You have your orders. Read them and follow them to the letter.
We must fly to the aid of those in need. Tis all rather sudden, but I suppose we've no reason to refuse. Shall we make for the point of departure? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
What to look forward to but a long day of work.
for dinner? Is there no escape?
It's been a hard
I cannot help but be wary after all I've seen.
This ox cart's bound for the check. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on. Off we trot. If you're in need of a ride.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
I'd fain... So come...
About time you showed up. We've been waiting for you. Our mission is simple. Sir Augustin will board the ox cart, and we must safeguard it from would-be assailants till it reaches its destination. See to it that none approach. The Queen Regent's supporters will come for Sir Augustin's head. Of this, we can be certain. Oh, a quiet day is a welcome one. Come along now. What was that sound? Who's there?
Hold a moment. I'll be handling Augustin's escort from here.
Foul brigand! We shan't allow Sir Augustin to fall prey to the likes of you!
There's no need for theatrics. I know your aim here. Ah, here's a surprise. We met at the tavern, remember? Fair warning, cuz this craven isn't worthy of your trust.
He speaks madness! Subdue him at once, ere he injures our noble charge!
Why, if 'tisn't Sir Ragnar from the tavern. Now, two parties ask our aid, but which is the more deserving?
The decision is yours, Arisen. I trust in your judgment.
You would betray me. Have you lost all sense?
You believe me, then? That's a bit of a relief, actually. Thanks, cuz.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Curse you! All that planning and... for what?
Phew! I appreciate the confidence, cuz 'twas a welcome surprise. But I can't linger here, I'm afraid. My apologies for this. Follow after me, if you can. Succeed, and I'll share the truth of all of this.
The decision is yours, Arisen. I trust in your judgment. Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
You have my protection.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. My magics are yours to command, should you require the skills of the world. Might I be of assistance?
That was superb, Arisen.
A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths? Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard. Understood.
We meet again. Hoy there. I take it you lost your footing as well? You seem to have fared better than I did. I took the fall for Augustine, only to find myself waist deep in monsters. Still, so long as he escaped, I'd wager that makes this a job well done. Speaking of, I was to tell you the truth behind all of this, wasn't I? I'll be glad to oblige you, of course, but we ought to get moving first. What say I explain while we search for an exit? Time to get to work. Not bad. From what I've seen of your skills during that mess in the tavern and today's business, I can say you're really something. And my word ought to carry a fair bit of weight, considering my reputation as a warrior of unparalleled skill. Though of late, I've mostly been playing escort to spineless nobles. Turns out, as a sellsword proves himself, the list of those who can afford his services grows shorter and comes to be written in finer ink. Makes for a duller life, though I can't say I've any complaints about the weight of my pockets. Still, I hunger for a real battlefield, where a single misstep spells death. I crave the simplicity of it. There's naught else like it. The clashing of bodies and wills. I'd not say no to a fight with you. Let's have at it when I'm all healed up, eh? Mayhap, I'll not give you a choice in the matter. I'm not sure what's brought me here. I suppose I'll have a few drinks and hit the hay. That escort mission was a trap concocted entirely for your benefit, you know. It was supposed to give those responsible a means to incriminate you. But Augustin is no fool. He had his doubts about his summons to Vermin and hired me to watch over him in an unofficial capacity. So I looked into the cart that would be escorting him, and lo and behold, I found your name. But it wasn't on the list of hired guards, oh no. Rather, your name was on the list of persons to be on guard for. In short, you had been called in to act the part of the culprit. Mark my words, if you'd carried on with them, Augustin would have been slain, and you would have been held responsible. You'd not have stood a chance against all that if it hadn't been for me. Aye, methinks I've earned my pay this time, and then some. I protected my charge and got you away from the scene without your being branded a murderer and thrown in jail. Now all that remains is to escape this place. I expect we'll find a way out soon enough, if we only press on. Still, I've got to wonder where this craven plot came from, and what you did to warrant it. One thing's for certain, you must have powerful enemies in Vermin. But why? 'Tis not as though you're the Arisen True. What? You are the Arisen. Ha! 'Tis a small world indeed. You've piqued my interest even further, cuz I've no business here. Best I hit the road. Right, let's press on. Judging from the flow of air here, the exit can't be far. Well, this is a right awful place to be cut short. At least you made it out all right. Don't worry, cuz. I'll be fine on my own. After all, I can't afford to die here. We haven't had ourselves a real bout yet. We'll see each other again. You can count on that. And when we do, you'd best be ready for the fight of your life.
We are reunited at last, Master. I do hope you encountered no trouble in the cave.
Our task is complete.
We to remain here?
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack. I'll combine my magic with yours that you might use the spell more quickly. Our destination is rather distant. Perhaps we ought to consider employing the services of an ox cart. A most agreeable suggestion. Of course, the Arisen shall have the final say in the matter.
This ox cart's bound for Vernwell. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
"'Tis a hobgoblin! Our foe is susceptible to lightning attacks. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. That was incredible. Never have I encountered such a strategy. Now that is a surprise. We've been traveling together for some time now, haven't we? As a result, we move as one. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Shall we report this development to Captain Brandt? Would you mind coming over here? foe has been thrown off balance.
There is no better time to strike. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. I grant you fire's blade. Use it well. Worthy of caution. Naught say our best. Really? Now?
Look there. I espy another statue.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
Well fought, Arisen.
Fight on, and victory shall be ours. Outstanding.
We are to retreat then?
Let us defer to the Arisen. Right you are.
I will protect you. Over here, if you please.
We cannot break it from this side. Really? Now?
seem to have been chilled. Are you all right?
Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait right there.
Would you mind coming over here? Follow me, if you would. I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
I grant you roaring flame. It was well worth the effort of breaking it.
Turn out your pockets. I'm taking the I will finish this here and now.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Over here, if you please.
Just about any hard day.
Naught good will come of this. I'll sleep like a lot.
Looking to gain entry to Myrddin's Manor, are you? Good luck. First, he'll sweep you a look from head to toe. Then he'll ask that how you present yourself when visiting someone and slam the door in your face. That ponce. You'd think he'd know not to expect noble manners from us common folk.
Shall we report this development to Captain Brant?
I'm in fine.
Go on, have a look.
Over here, if you please.
My services don't come cheap, mind. Come again when you've more coin to spend. A customer, then. That changes things.
Me? I sell defensive equipment, as you can plainly see. Now, this hardly bears saying, but don't you dare try to take anything without paying for it first. Always a pleasure.
Not buying?
What business have you here?
Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of me.
Look as long as you please. Do come again.
Let's take it easy today. My brains are acting up.
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a cloak?
Hoy! Looking to change your vocation, perchance? No need to overthink it. You can change it on a whim. You've naught to lose, and you might even make a new discovery. Pleasure doing business.
Come on, have a look. Nice, juicy beast.
I've got the sharpest ears in town. It's time to be heading home.
This crowd's good medicine. By and large, the people of Bagbatal seem to adore their benevolent empress.
Say, are you satisfied with your current appearance? Because I sense you yearn for a change. You wish to shine like a jewel among your peers. Is that not so? Well, lucky you. I am here to see your wish granted.
If I could, I'd never leave.
I've got to focus.
I've been here so long, I almost forgot why I came.
Living is hard.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Most of our guests are merchants, but you're different, eh? No matter. Our lodgings are open to any who can afford. Only do take care to leave the room as you found it. If there's one thing I shan't suffer, 'tis untidy lodgers.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
Most of our guests are merchants, but you're different. Only do take care to leave the room as you found it. If there's one thing I shan't suffer, 'tis untidy lodgers. Do come again.
This sort of quiet means all's well. Mayhap I'll buy myself a new sword next pay.
Now to report to Captain Brant.
This sort of quiet means all's well.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
The way forward is blocked. We shall have to find another path. I'm not altogether happy with this. Ah, now here's a surprise. A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
What business have you here?
like some insight.
Sir, are you the Arisen? Aye? Then you must have been to the Argamon ruins. I heard a rumor that a Medusa was seen there. Is it true? Because if so, that means 'tis no mere creature of legend, but a monster as real as any other. Know you the legend of the hero Danaus? Well, one version of the tale claims the hero's foe was a Medusa. The legend is inscribed here. You must take it and read it for yourself, sir, seeing as you've witnessed a genuine article.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
Good that I knew.
Where was I headed?
What do you think you're doing here? How dare you! I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible. This is quite a quandary.
my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern. I'll prove my worth. Never should have taken.
'Tis good to be reunited.
Who dares interrupt my work? Can that...
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. No harm in picking a few.
Yon path leads north. Shall we report this development to Captain Brandt?
I'll take the night watcher that's desperate, eh?
My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
Sword next pay.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt.
I imagine we shall need to return to this place in future. Let us bear it in mind. Mayhap we will know what needs to be done in time.
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt.
I'll sleep like a log tonight. I've got to focus. This worrying's giving me an achy back.
Over here, if you please.
I've got to
This hustle and bustle puts me right at home. A customer then. That changes things. So tight.
May tomorrow be as uneventful as today.
Hobgoblin!
Fire's fury shan't be evaded against this foe. I'll combine my magic with yours. You might cross the spell. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
You truly are formidable, Arisen. Now to report to Captain Brant.
For this.
Thank you, sir. Consider it my thanks for all you've done.
Now to report to Captain Brandt. Over here, if you please. Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead. We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt.
One of us has been poisoned!
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
All creatures who know death cling to life. The mark of a champion to prevail with weapon sheath. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. 'Tis a foe worthy of caution. Naught save our best will do. Understood. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.